Yo, what's up guys, Orpix here, and today I'm actually going to be bringing you another new series here on the channel. Today we're going to be VOD reviewing the PELE Cup, and how I was able to walk away from the tournament with those soccer skins. I ended up placing 1,239 in the tournament, and that ended up qualifying me for the prize, which is for the top 1750. For this video, I'm going to be VOD reviewing my 9th game of the cup, while I was able to walk away with 5 eliminations and a victory royale. We're going to be VOD reviewing everything from my drop spot to mid-game rotates, end-game refreshes, and even some errors I happen to make along the way. Hope you guys find this video informative, and without further ado, let's get into it. As you guys can see, I was able to get 99 points, which came out to about 1,239 out of all the tens of thousands of players that played on NAEs. So yeah. Again, I played all 10 of my matches. I got 2 wins. Those were pretty clutch. If I didn't get those wins, then I definitely wouldn't have gotten the skins. I was only averaging 1.8 eliminations per game. So yeah, as you can see, I played heavy placement, 21.7 out of all 100 players in the lobby. That's pretty consistent, and especially considering I died off spawn a few of the games. And I averaged about 10 points a game, as you can see, 99 points. So I played it pretty consistent. Let's go ahead and look at my match history. So yeah, we're just going to be going into game number 9. I got 5 elims and the victory royale. So we're just going to be hopping into that, and we'll see how we did. And we'll VOD review all my mistakes and what I can improve on. But we'll also see what I did good and how I was able to get that win. So as you guys can see, we had a bit of a southwest bus going up into the northwestern corner at Steamy Stacks. My drop is actually this H house right here. So I jumped a little bit early, and we'll hop on my gameplay in a bit. Yes, here it is. I jumped out of the battle bus. I actually had a pretty good drop this game, and since it was so far away, I wasn't expecting to be contested, but there were actually, yeah, as you guys can see in this bottom right hand corner, you have a lot of people going into the same area as I was. So I was pretty surprised to see people willing to drop that far, especially in this kind of cup, because it was more of a W key kind of cup that I played a little more placement heavy, but it was ultimately worth it in the end to get the skins, because I was able to rack up enough points to get top 1239. And so yeah, I don't see anybody around me, but then I look to my right and I see someone might be contesting me, but I still want to focus on my drop and trying to get the weapon just in case I happen to be contested. I believe I landed on a pistol here. And yeah, I'm looking around, and that guy, the guy above me, I see he's going to Modern House. So I pick up the pistol, look around me a bit, just to see if I was contested. Probably should have looked around a little bit more, but I knew I wasn't contested because I didn't hear anybody, and yeah, I didn't see anybody even landing near me. So yeah, as you guys can see in the bottom right, there's a guy looting mansion. Or maybe that's an AI, I'm actually not too sure. That might be an AI, I'm not sure. I don't actually land there that often. I only rotate over. So yeah, I pretty much farmed up all the brick and metal. Not all of the brick and metal, because that would have wasted too much time. But I pretty much farmed the entirety of this house, because this house, guys, it's a really good drop. So if you want to get your brick and metal up, I would definitely recommend you landing at this drop spot. And I believe there's a chest down there, and out of it came a charge. Let's see. Yes, there was charge and minis there. And as you guys can see, I'm not popping my shield because there's a slurp truck there. And if the slurp truck was taken, then I would have just popped my shield and maybe try to fight the kid that was there, depending on what I think his loot is. But most of the time, I just play it passive, especially in this far zone. I don't want to fight anyone. I just want to mind my own business and rotate to zone. But as you guys can see, some guy came from like the very bottom left, and he's looting all these little islands here, which I honestly did not see. I didn't even look to my left because I assumed nobody would be rotating out of there. So yeah, I go over to this house because I actually don't think anybody is there, but there's a guy below the house that happened to be there. Or maybe he's in the basement, I'm not sure. But he seemed pretty scared, and he was ultimately pretty silent because I didn't even know he was there, which I probably should have been a bit more aware, but he didn't seem to harm me. So yeah, I car over, and I think this is where I find the guy. I didn't see him until like the last second. Yeah, I went over to go loot the chest, and then I hear him like right beside me. Yeah, as soon as I go in, I see the stair, and I hear him right beside me. He drops down, and I happen to get high ground here. I missed that shot, but he stayed on the low ground and barely even built. He boxed up. I grabbed the wall. I didn't take the 50-50 though, because my attack did a little bit of damage. I cracked him and ultimately just hit my shots, and that's what allowed me to win. So yeah, that was a pretty good fight. I ended up getting a P90, and I'm pretty much max on shield now. I'm only 7 away from being to a full 200 HP. And so yeah, right now I'm just gonna be mining this metal. I am on the back of zone right now, so that's not the most ideal thing, but I did want to be on the back of zone. I didn't want to get in too far, because as you guys can see, there's still people at Sweaty, and I didn't want, in case there was someone here, to come and fight me if we both went up at like the same Sweaty spot. So yeah, I have a kill here, nearly maxed on materials. I was gonna go, I believe, is it my wood that's not maxed or my metal? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I maxed my brick though, so I was coming over here and I was gonna swap that truck. I was gonna swap out this car for the truck. I'm not sure which one's actually faster. I'll have to do more research on it. But I feel like I remember that the truck drives faster on land than the I don't know what that car is called. Lambo? I don't know what it's called. And then I'm beeping my horn, and then I see people fighting over here, and then I just ram through them because I know they're fighting, so I know like this guy's gonna be distracted. He takes a few shots at me, but luckily I dodged it out of the way. And yeah, they just ignored me after that as I went over to the other side, and then I start beeping. I don't know why I'm beeping. This is just drawing more attention to myself, but yeah. Yeah, I wasn't max. Oh, no. I farmed that? I don't know why I would farm that. I actually almost got sniped because I farmed that. That would have been crazy. If that guy saw me a little bit earlier, I would have gotten sniped. So yeah, I see this guy, and I get out of the car because I don't want to get tagged up too much. And I rotate, yeah, like I build a little bit because this is like really exposed land, so he could easily shoot at me. And then I drop down to this hill. Note that I don't have to build a wall anymore to my side, because once I drop down this hill, this natural cover will protect me from the south side. Or the south side? Yeah, the south side. Because I'm going to east right now, because that's where zone went. So yeah, I'm just farming up my wood, trying to get as many materials as possible. And I think, yeah, this is when I saw a guy walk into a bush, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I actually didn't see him right now, but I remember seeing him when I was playing. And yeah, I get a little 33 tag. And since he's camping on the far edge, I figure he's not the best player. So I just figured I would key him and maybe get like some better loot. I drop on his right wall, and then I figured he was going to edit. So yeah, I just stayed calm. I missed one shot there, but luckily this guy was pretty nervous, and I was able to hit my last 2 tack shots there. Alright, we're at 825 right now, about a third of the way through the game. And I was somewhat rotating dead side here. There's actually kids, there's a kid behind me, and there's a kid like to my left, which I didn't see. So yeah, I'm getting sniped at, so I'm trying to like change up my movement so I don't get sniped. And yeah, I'm ultimately rotating to Pleasant because the majority of the people are going to be on that contested side, which is about Salty, and then maybe a little bit near Dirty. So yeah, I just want to get as far away from people as possible, so I wouldn't have to run into any fights that I didn't want to take. But I also wanted to get relatively centered too, so that I would be prepared to rotate to next zone. And yeah, the zone's going to show up in 3 seconds. It pulls towards Coliseum here. And so yeah, as you guys can see, it pulls towards like pretty much the center of that exact zone. And yeah, so the second zone is up right now. And I grabbed this truck because I wanted to go on top of, I believe this is called Zate Hill. I'm not sure what everybody calls it, but I call it Zate Hill. So I wanted to get on top of there so that I could get good positioning and refarm my brick as well. So yeah, as you guys can see, I probably should have gone to the bridge, but I actually didn't see that guy on the bridge. I just saw him right now. And so ultimately it was a good idea not to go to that bridge because there was a guy there. I don't know what I'm doing with the truck here, and there's a chest. I don't know how I didn't see that chest. But yeah, I go down here. Luckily that guy didn't laser me out of the truck. That was like super lucky, because as you guys can see, he's only like 200 meters from me. But he grabs a car, and then ultimately, yeah, he doesn't even contest me at the mountain, which is crazy. I thought he would. And then I go over here, try to get some of the loot, but I see the chest is already looted, so I didn't really need anything. I was 555, so I was chilling. I didn't need to go back and get this truck to rotate because I only rotated about like 20-30 meters. So yeah, I build up here, try to get as good positioning as possible, move around because I think I got sniped at, or maybe I'm just not trying to get sniped. I'm not sure. Either way, it's good movement not to get sniped, and because guys, one sniper bullet can end your game. You can just get headshotted and then you're done. So having as good movement as possible is definitely something that you're gonna want to pay attention to. And yeah, I'm building up in my brick right here because I know I can refarm it with all these rocks here. And yeah, I actually do get some extra brick. I get what, like 60? I don't think I take it with me in the base, but I farm this tree a little bit, get 555 on everything. And I actually do get sniped at there from the guy. I think it's the guy in the river right there, if you guys can see him. Yeah, like right on my cursor. I'm pretty sure that's the guy that sniped at me. I didn't know where he was. Yeah, he took another snipe, but I'm just playing pretty safe inside my base. And if you guys were wondering why I broke that tree, it's because it was like kind of destructing my visibility. Yeah, here I'm just camping in my cone. I take shots at this guy because I don't want him to come up on my hill. So yeah, I scare him off a little bit and I reload my gun. I'm chilling right now. I'm 555, full shield, a pretty good loadout, a lot of extra shield. And I see that drop right there. I know this is a bit of a dead lobby compared to some of the ones that the pros play in and like DreamHack and everything, but I did not want to go for that supply drop because it could grief my game. So I had good positioning. I was 555. I had pretty much the best load I could ask for, except maybe like a bit more bouncers, which I could get from the supply drop, but it's not worth giving up my positioning and potentially losing my life over. So yeah, zone's about to show up in 10 seconds. I believe, yeah, it pulls right to the Coliseum right here. And so yeah, we'll see where the zone closes. And yeah, a guy already looted that supply drop, so that might have been a bit contested and I would have been worried about losing my position. There's actually a guy behind me that's creeping up on the hill, but I dropped down to the mountain. I probably should have looked to my back and like everywhere else first before I decided to rotate, because there could have been someone like aiming the sniper at me exactly where they thought I was going to rotate. I see that guy right there and I break that rock right there because it gave me a pop crystal, which I can use to rotate fast into the Coliseum because I did not want to mess with anybody. I just wanted to get in, base up, and just chill in my cone because I was just playing solely placement in this tournament. I just decided to base up here, and then I was like, you know what? I want height because this spot is kind of weird. As you can see, you can like barely farm anything. So I build up here in wood because, you know, I don't want to use any of my hard mats for endgame. And then, yeah, I base up in brick here. Break that because I thought I could mine it for some reason. But yeah, I base up here. Try to mine that. I notice I don't land here often, which is why I didn't know you couldn't mine things here. So yeah. And yeah, I pretty much stayed in my cone for the next while and was just getting information until the next zone pushed me out. So yeah. Storm Mash Dragon in about a minute 20. And I believe, yeah, I get a drop relatively soon. Yeah, it spawned right next to me pretty much. And this was probably a risky play, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, I do edit out of my box and go for the drop. Which, there's a lot of people around me that could have shot at me, but I was like, I definitely could use the extra bouncers here, and it doesn't look contested at all. So yeah, I drop down, look to see where the supply drop is. Base up in metal, because if I get sprayed at, the hard mats are what I'm going to want to be building with. Not the wood, because the wood will get you lobby focused so fast, because everybody knows how weak it is. So yeah, look in this supply drop. Unfortunately, it does happen to give me a lever action, so I do not take that. And there's an extra big shield, which I probably should have thrown up by my base, just in case I got tagged from, like, taking too many shots, but ultimately, I don't really need it. And so, yeah, here's zones about to show up. I was exactly center, so force zone was automatically granted upon me, and there it is. I'm on the edge of force zone. It pulls a bit to the northeast part, but I don't want to actually be too center, because the thing is, guys, in fourth zone, you want to be on the edge, because when fifth zone shows up, it's going to be half in the zone and half out. What that means is that if you're in the center, you're guaranteed going to have to rotate. But if you're somewhere on the edge, you're basically taking that gamble that you're basically taking that gamble that you're going to get the zone. And if you don't, if it pulls max distance, and I believe it does in my game, then that's unfortunate. But at least you won't always have to rotate like you would if you went into the center zone. And also, rotating in the center zone, that will get you lobby focused. So you definitely don't want to do that. And I was already on high elevation, so yeah, I just camped in my cone. And I was thinking about how I was going to rotate this next zone. Although zone closes in about, I believe, like a minute 30, a minute 40. I definitely wanted to plan out my rotate just in case zone happens to pull max distance. And I believe it does, so you guys will see how that can help me out. But yeah, as you guys can see, pretty much everybody is already in zone. Except this guy right here. But yeah, so there's not going to be that many people that die off here. Zone's going to close in about 24 seconds. And I believe right here, yeah, someone gets a kill. No. Someone doesn't get a kill. Someone bases up right beside me. And I was going for the piece control here because I did not want to be put in a bad position to where I would get W keyed by this guy and then potentially get lobby focused by everybody. All 24 players in this lobby, or all 23 other players in this lobby would be on me. Zone, unfortunately, pulls max distance. I mark it, though, just to get a visual of where I need to be. That's something I definitely recommend you guys do. Mark where the next zone is going to be and where you potentially can get. So it was a pretty tough rotate, so I knew that I did not want to go first to get lobby focused. So I just sat in my cone and waited to see what other people were going to do. The thing is, guys, you never want to be the first person to rotate to half and half because you'll get lobby focused. Especially if you rotate in the middle. I don't know how that guy didn't get lobby focused. But you also never, at the same time, you don't want to be the last person to rotate. Because if you're the last person, everybody's just going to be in zone, basing up. But then they're going to be spraying back at you. So yeah, there's a fine line between being the first to rotate and then the last. So you want to do it somewhere in the middle where you'll feel safe. So yeah, I see everybody else bouncing here, and I do get shot at a bit, which is unfortunate. I probably should have grabbed one of those pop rocks, but I just wanted to stick to my game plan because I did not see those there before. So I used 2 of my bouncers. I still have 4 remaining. I get shot at a bit here, and I probably should have switched to hard match so that I wouldn't get focused as much. I choke a little bit of the builds here, but I do happen to get out of it. Tagged for a bit more, but luckily I was able to base up, mine this tree. And yeah, I get sprayed at a little bit, but I expand, and then I'm chilling. My builds are getting ready to fully build, and then, yeah, I'm just drinking my shield, and I'm overall chilling here. I only have 88 builds remaining, but that's okay, because I can easily get a refresh later. So yeah, we're in endgame right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is when endgame officially, I would say endgame officially starts, when the moving zones start to come in. And as you guys can see, I do get first moving here. And then again, I'm marking where I need to be. Always having that visual is so important. So definitely, guys, mark where you need to be for next zone. I see it pulls up a mountain, so I'm going to bounce her up on top of that wood. And then base up, take control of my surroundings, and then maybe do it again. So yeah, you always need to have a plan for how you're going to rotate. I wanted to get greedy and get this kill, but then I realized it's not worth, and I need to just stick to the game plan. I knew exactly when and where I was going to bounce her here. So yeah, I edit the cone out in about, yeah, like 5 seconds. I should be doing it relatively soon. And yeah, I wait till pretty much the last possible moment to rotate. But I didn't want zone to close too far in, so I just do it right there. I happen to land inside that guy's box, which is so lucky he didn't edit on me. I get piece control, get that wall right there so I wouldn't get boxed in. And then I happen to get out. I spray at these guys, and I happen to get a little bit, yeah, I get a little bit of a laser on that guy, but I know it's not worth, and I just need to focus on my rotate, because I am a little bit behind on zone at this point. I take a bouncer, and then I don't think, taking this bouncer, guys, as you can see, it almost lost me the game, because I get hit for a heavy tag. This guy exploits in my box. If he hit a few more of his shots, I was dead there. But luckily, I was stuck on 26 HP with even those bad mechanics there. I messed up a lot of edits, a lot of builds there, but I happened to stay alive, and you guys will be able to see how I was able to win this game. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm shielding up here, get to about 126 HP. I look up to see where I can rotate, and then I expand out a little bit and bounce her over. I go down this mountain because I look at my mount count, only 180 right now. So I know I need a refresh. So I'm looking around, see if anybody else is on me on low ground. And this guy happens to be 1 HP. So I SMG him. And I get a pretty decent refresh. It wasn't a massive one. I forget to get the wood, which is quite a misplay. But I'm looking for more refreshes because I know I need more mats. I will not be able to win this game with only that mat count. I take his wall and hit him for 34, but then I know I have to get to zone. So I did not want to force that fight. I make a huge misplay here. I swim up the current. Guys, you never want to swim up the current like this. I could have easily gotten shot. But luckily, no one shoots at me. And this guy bounces over. And I was able to get a little bit of a laser on here. And an easy refresh. Just take his wall. Easy refresh on Devil Star here. And I had a lot of mats. I should have preemptively built here. But unluckily, I get tagged. But you guys will be able to see how I win this game. I shielded up a bit. Wasn't able to pop that other mini. He hits me from the side. This guy's a really good player. He knows how to play his angles. And then I expand so much just to try to keep my life. And I thought I wasn't winning the game at this point. But then I hit him with 2 tack shots. He was so low. And I was able to come away with that nice Victor Royale. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you have any ideas for what kind of videos you'd like to see in the future, be sure to comment them down below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.